You guys, you guys. Hi guys, I'm Katie and welcome to my channel Busan Basics, where I tell you what it's like living in Busan, South Korea. So today's video is more for future EPIK teachers because I'm going to talk about English camp. So if you are an EPIK teacher, you have to do English camps once in the winter, once in the summer. It's during the student's vacation. It's not during your vacation. What these camps are is they are supposed to be like a fun way for students to just learn some more English. So they're not really studying, it's mostly just fun and games. So camps are 2 weeks long, and elementary and middle school camps are different. I'm a middle school teacher, so I'm gonna talk more about that. One difference is in major cities, most elementary teachers only have one school, where middle school teachers usually have 2 schools. So what happens is the elementary teacher will be at the same school for both weeks, but as a middle school teacher, I teach at one school for 5 days and then my second school at the other 5 days. So middle school teachers, we are kind of lucky because we can plan less. Like I just plan 5 days worth of camp and do that twice. And also a major difference is elementary students, they split up the grades because a 3rd grader's English level and a 5th grader's English level are going to be very different. But in middle school, they just combine all the students because a 1st grade middle school student and a 3rd grade middle school student, they're going to be pretty similar. Like it's not that big of a gap. And I also I have some 1st graders whose English is better than my 3rd graders. So with elementary, what my friends have told me is sometimes every school is going to be different, but sometimes it'll be like the first week is 3rd and 4th graders, and then the second week is going to be 5th and 6th. Or we're going to split up every day. So in the morning I have 3rd and 4th, and in the afternoon I have 5th and 6th. So they tend to have to plan more than I do. So yay, middle school. Also, for middle school, the camp's usually 2 hours long, but it's pretty chill. Like my co-teachers will say put a lot of break times in there. And also though, with the games and stuff, if you do 2 games that are 45 minutes long, that's pretty much your whole camp. So don't worry about it being that long. In elementary, like I said, it's usually broken up more, so it's less time. So when you're planning, what a lot of teachers do is they pick a theme and then just plan around that. Some really common ones are Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Moana. You can really pick any theme you want and then build off of that. And you don't have to pick a theme. It just makes it easier when planning to have something to base your plan off of. Some themes that I have done in the past, I've done Adventure Time, where we just watch Adventure Time and then something that happened in the episode, I'll turn into an activity. So one episode was Rainy Day, and then there was a riddle master. So after that, I made the whole class about riddles and then an escape room. Another one was, it was the Rainicorn episode. I talked about compound words and then we did activities with that. Another one I did was, what else have I done? Oh, I did for one summer camp. My theme was American summer camp. So I used to work at a summer camp. I did games that we would do at a summer camp. So we did dodgeball, we did water balloon fights, we did crafts, stuff like that. So that was a very loose theme, but it was able to tie everything together. My favorite theme that I have ever done, I actually did not make these materials. I found it off of wakegook.org, and if you watch any of my videos, you know I'm a very avid supporter of this website because if you are a new teacher, it's very easy to go on there and search a lesson and find a ton of teachers who have done that lesson and get ideas. Also really great for camps if you have no idea. You just type in summer camp, winter camp, so many ideas pop up. So this one was really awesome. I can't remember who was the first person to post it, but it's zombie camp, and whoever posted it did such a good job, and they posted all of their materials, and it was so in-depth and it was so great. I've actually done that camp twice, and both times with both schools, it was a success. I actually just finished my last summer camp I will ever do. But my theme this time was, my theme was Survivor Camp. So I based it off of the TV show Survivor and just did activities that way. Unfortunately, COVID kind of messed up my plans a little bit, so I'll talk about that later. So I have some clips so you can see like what camp's actually like. So day one, what I pretty much did is first we made name tags, then I did some icebreaker games because some of these kids don't know each other because they're from different grades. And then after that, I explained what Survivor was. We showed some clips of Survivor, and then I split them into teams. So they could choose who was in their teams. I said, I think 3 or 4 people together, because middle school, you usually don't get that many kids signed up, whereas elementary, I heard they have to do like raffles because so many kids signed up. But after that, I had them they got to choose their team name. They got to make a team poster, and on their poster, they had to have a team badge. And then when they were done, they had to explain why they chose that team badge. I made it really easy for them. I wrote on the board, like, our team name is blah, blah, blah. This is our team badge. It has blah, blah, blah. We chose blah, blah, blah because blah, blah, blah. So they pretty much just had to like fill in the blanks. And then I thought that would not take that much time, but it actually took like most of the time. So I had some like other just filler games planned, but we only got to play one and we didn't even get to finish it. So I'll show some clips for day one. There's not that many, but here you are. This is Survivor Camp. So who will survive? So what is Survivor Camp? Don't worry, no eating at camp. Okay, so you will be in teams. You will have to compete to survive and be the best team. Each day, there will be challenges and mini prizes, small prizes. Okay, mini prizes. Okay, team with the most points at the end of the week are the survivors. So you want the most points. Okay, so let's split into teams. Oh, very nice. All right, let's start with this team. Day 2 was Battle of the Brains. So I explained that some of the challenges on Survivor were like riddles or brain activities. So we did 2 different Battle of the Brain games, and the first one was hot seat, where one person from each team, they would switch, would sit in the hot seat, there'd be a picture behind them, and their team had to explain what the picture was without saying it, and then the person had to guess, and then they were timed. And then if they got the picture, they would get a point. Really easy, kids love it, and because they're in teams, it's better, and it's really funny to watch them like try to explain things. So that took up about half the time. Like, that one's really easy to prep because you just find pictures. You don't even have to do writing. Like, you explain it what it is, and then I had, I think, 100 pictures. And then the next game was a riddle race, and I love this game. It's such a good filler because, again, it's very low prep. If you're doing it in a regular class, it can take the whole class period. And all it is I think I have 14 riddles. I cut them into little slips, and I give each team a riddle. When they're done, they bring it to me, and I say if it's right or not, and if it's right, they get the next riddle. And it's a race to see which team gets all of them the fastest. So that one's really good. Also takes up a lot of time. So yeah, day 2, Battle of the Brains, we just did that. All right, so now we will do a riddle race. Race. Okay, you have riddles. There are 15 riddles. Okay, so I will give you one riddle. Write the answer on the paper. If it is correct, I will give you the next riddle. Okay, first team finished gets 3 points. Yeah. Start. Nope. Yes. Yeah. Nope. 3. So this is where COVID really just bit me in the ass. I was literally walking to work and I get a phone call from my co-teacher from my CT, and she was like, hey, we went up to a level 4, camp has to change. And so schools were given the option with camp where they could either do it online or split it up. So less kids and then you do half and half. My first school decided to do it online because they were like, that's easier. And I was like, yeah, but it's a lot more boring. So at that school, we just changed it to cartoon camp, which is boring, but I guess easy. Luckily, my backup plan for camp anyway was watching a cartoon called, Total Drama Island. And it's a Canadian cartoon and it's literally based off of the show Survivor, and a bunch of kids go to this island and do Survivor games. So that's what we did for our first school. Day 3 for my second school, we did survival skills. So originally I had planned for them to build a raft and a shelter, but didn't have time for both, so I cut the shelter. So for the raft, I gave them like a bunch of random materials and I was like, okay, you have to build a raft and then, or no, I got it opposite. I cut the raft and I kept the shelter. So I was like, all right, you have to build a shelter and I'm gonna put a piece of paper inside your shelter and then I'm gonna pour water on your shelter for, I think I said 10 seconds. And I was like, if the paper stays dry, you're safe. If the paper gets wet, nope, try again. And then whatever teams were the fastest to be successful won. And it was actually like a lot of fun. They took so much time doing it and I was really proud of them because they got like really into it. One team was really funny because they got a little too into it and they were like, oh, our shelter's up here, so we need to make stairs for the person to get in the shelter. And I was like, girls, you did too much, do less. I have some clips of that. Start. Start.
괜찮아. 숟가락 있어. 숟가락. 근데 밑에 들어가가지고 그러는 거야.
3, 2, 1. All right, come. Is this for decoration? Yeah. All right, put it in the bucket. Oh.
안 들어갈 것 같은데? Oh my god. 이거 적을까? Teacher, it is too.
Where does the person go? Under here. All right.
위험해. 바닥에 놨을까? 아니 근데 바닥에 하면 이거 물 처리 힘들어.
Okay, ready?
잠깐만. 이거 괜찮아? 잠깐만. 그거 되냐? Teacher, our daughter is water is here.
No.
Go.
Okay, ready?
No. 잡아. 아니 이거 너무 짧아.
Okay.
잠깐 저거 생각났어. 이렇게 붙었어야 돼.
Ready? And start.
야, 더 넣었어.
All right, is the person dry? No, 0 points. Too big, too small?
Our shelter is big, and this island is too small. Yeah, to live. Too small. Yeah.
Originally, I was gonna do day 4 was like strength and agility, and then day 5 was an escape room. But because it had to be split in half and the escape room was like so much work, and it being my last camp, I was just like really lazy. I was like, all right, we're gonna split up the like strength agility into 2 days. So day 4 and 5, I just played Minute to Win It, which if you don't know what that is, it's a game show where people have a minute to complete the challenge. Some of the challenges I got from the TV show, and then others I just like made up. Some of the challenges were like planks for a minute, squats for a minute, keep the balloon in the air for a minute, stomp on each other's balloon for a minute. And there were a lot, so I'll just like show you the clips. This is probably their favorite day because there were so many different activities they could do. Oh, Team Heart Attack has 2 out. Out. Ooh, very strong. Out. One team left. Ow.
그런가 봐.
30 seconds. Ah. I saw that. But yeah, that's all I did for my last summer camp. Like I mentioned before, if it's your first camp, tips I have for you is 1, don't overthink it. 2, make a theme. It can be any theme, anything you can think of. If there's a book you really like, a movie you really like, cartoon you really like, make it your theme, and then you can just loosely base stuff off of that. Make it fun. They care more about, I should say, most teachers care more about it being fun than it being like educational, but I have had 1 or 2 friends where their co-teachers were like, no, we're gonna do worksheets. So that would kind of suck, but for the most part, make it fun. Last tip, if you are totally stuck, go to waygook.org. I know I say this so many times, but especially for camps, they have so many things. And yeah, that's all there really is to it. If you like this video, please let me know, give me a thumbs up. If there's another type of video you want to see, let me know in the comments because I want to make videos you want to watch. All right, see you next time. Bye.